Obesity is an unmistakable adverse health trend of our times. The question is, why is there a higher proportion of overweight and obese people now than there were 50 years back? Best-selling author of The Obesity Code says when and how often we eat is just as important as what we eat. As such, the age-old practice of fasting offers power potential for losing weight. He joined NTD's Brendan Fallon to discuss this on Vital Signs.
I'm really excited to talk to you about intermittent fasting because I know this is really your domain, and you wrote the book on intermittent fasting. To start with, I've been reading some of your articles on Medium, and I really appreciate the way you kind of bring in popular culture into your writing to make it more engaging. One part that stood out to me, you were talking about this phenomenon, and if we look at old photos, if we look at the people lining up to go to see Jaws in the 1970s or to see Star Wars, you didn't see that many obese people. And this question comes up again and again. Why was obesity less at that time? And does when we eat factor into this?
Yeah, I think it does. And I think that it's really a combination of two things, right? So if you think about how the body gains weight, it's about the thing that you eat, but it's also about sort of how long you spend not eating. Right? Because when you're eating, your body is going to store calories, which is a form of food energy. And when you're not eating, then your body takes the stored food energy out of storage, right? So body fat is a store of food energy, right? It's calories that you've eaten and get stored away. So in order to use those calories that you've stored away, the body fat, you need to not eat. Right? That just makes sense. The whole thing is that we spend so much time thinking about the foods that we're eating and not eating, and we don't think about the amount of time we spend fasting, which is simply the amount of time we're not eating, because that's the only time that you can actually burn body fat. You can't actually burn body fat if you're eating. Like when you eat, your body senses it. The hormone insulin gets released. And what insulin does, what its job is to tell your body, hey, food is coming in, calories are coming in. We need to store some of it. Because when you're not eating, like during sleep and so on, then you need something stored away. So that's what insulin's job is. If you are eating constantly, well, basically, you're constantly telling your body, store body fat, store these calories as body fat. So you can't actually take any out because when you're storing it, insulin blocks you from taking stored calories out, right? Why would it allow you to store calories and take them out at the same time? It doesn't. It actually blocks you from doing it. So the whole point is that if you want to lose body fat, then one, the foods that you eat are important, and it's much more than the calories. Calories is only a piece of it. But it's the foods that you eat, but also how long you spend not eating. If you know that your body when you're not eating is going to be taking calories and burning them, why would it not be important how long you spend burning calories? And of course it's important. So if you look at the 70s, there's a culture where there's no snacking, where there's no there's nothing to eat after dinner. You don't eat in the theaters. You don't eat in front of the TV. You don't eat in front of the computer. So therefore, when you finish dinner, that means from that point on, your body is going to be burning calories all the way until you break your fast the next day at breakfast, right? That's where it gets its work.
You can watch that full interview on epochtv.com by clicking the Talk Shows tab to find Vital Signs.